Happy Monday. By the way, I have no right to this music playing in the background. I think it's because this running is meditation. It's Lady Child. Yeah, that's what it's like. Lady Child dream. So I have no right to this music. So when I'm running like this, I like to play Pandora. Especially on days like this when I'm just doing an easy 30 miles, you know. So it's just like when I start my day, this is what I like to start, kind of stuff that I like to listen to, you know. So I do both. I could either listen to music or don't listen to music. So it just doesn't matter to me because this whole running, it's like, you know, it's a meditation. So Lady Dream is what I'm playing. I would never write to this music, you know, but I'm actually playing it for Pandora. And, I like to be in a meditative state every morning, you know, without music but then the opportunity presents itself with this kind of stuff. So I just like to enjoy it. I'm at mile 9 this morning of this 30-mile meditative jog. You see, this is it. The road is still quiet. And I had a great weekend, you know, 26 on the Saturday, then another 26 on the Sunday. And it's absolutely funny how when we hear the word running, it's absolutely about, oh, here an athlete, you know. So for many years now, I've just kind of kept to myself when it comes to this thing. But lately, for some reason, I don't know why, because the type of, you know, first of all, when we're talking about long distance running, especially the 26, you usually look at the Kenyans, you know. So then when you're talking about to run 100 miles, you don't even see the Kenyans in it, you know. So, but to be a West African running a marathon, which some few West Africans begin to run right now, and doing 100 miles, is absolutely a cultural shock. And I truly wish we could be in a place where we don't judge people, you know, put a label on people. So for me right now, being the fact that I do this 100 and 26 and having a Nigerian name, is almost like it's still a culture, it's still a shock, you know, because you barely see articles about running that, especially when it comes into the endurance form, that talked about a name like mine. And I think that stereotypical mindset with so much harbor it without even knowing, you know. So I enjoy running. I have done a lot of miles. So for me, this is not running, this is just a form of meditation, you know. So my thing about running, this is like a play, a book that I'm writing in my head, you know, to talk about running passionately with yoga and meditation and talk about spirituality is absolutely, you know, we don't look at running in that form. But to me, that's the way I look at it. Every time I get up in the morning, before I come out, you know, like today I got up about 1:32, because I gotta have that 2-hour yoga meditation and a lot of calisthenics, you know. I actually shout out to one of my boys that actually reminded me of this, you know. Jay, you know, whatever his name is. And I'd gone to this running group and I realized, oh, okay, I gotta start doing push-ups. That's why I'm starting to have this injury. So when I implement real push-ups into my yoga every day, is amazing, you know. Like literally I do about 200 push-ups, you know, 300 a day. And when I get to 500, 600, that means I'm ready to run 100 miles. That's just the way I look at it, and I know it. The moment I start doing 500 push-ups a day, okay, that means I'm ready for my next ultra. That's how I gauge it. You know, 500 to 1,000 push-ups a day, yes, I'm ready for it. So even though I'm putting in a lot of miles right now, I just enjoy the 100 miles because I do it because I get to raise money for what I'm passionate about. So, and on that note, this is just like a spiritual walk. So, and to sound like an educated, spiritual person and talking about running, meditation is absolutely that stereotypical mindset, because there is that energy. Running is a form of yoga because I have studied for years now how to use my own breath to put me in a position so when I'm laying on my feet, I don't get tired. And that's why I'm able to do all these miles. Like this year, I've run a lot of miles. Even though when I had a little setback where for like 3 years, I ran, but it wasn't every day. I was just posting it casually. But in total, I still managed to do about 38,000 miles. Because I've never stopped running, even when I was injured. The only difference is I take breaks at the time. So for yoga, the whole lessons of yoga, especially when you have your own practice every morning, one realizes our body's just not designed to wake up and go like the way we use it. And people always say, oh, I don't have time, walk, this. No. The only reason why people don't have time to stretch their body, meditate, and do yoga is because they're healthy. When your health is in a good shape, you don't need to even think about yoga. You don't even need to be grateful for anything because you're in good shape. The only time we remember to be grateful is when we're looking at that bird. When you're in a hospital and you're looking at that ceiling and you're speaking to it, self-realization kicked in. It never failed. During that disaster time, you're just looking at that ceiling and your whole body can't move. You make a lot of promise, but for some reason you go back to that unappreciative mindset. And a lot of it has to do with the food we eat and not stretching your body. Like when we're talking about mental health too, you can't just read it in books because human beings, you are that God. This machine of ours that makes us function requires a lot of maintenance. We spend so much time doing other things without looking after ourselves. This is a beautiful, beautiful body to be in. It is amazing the emotion that it carries and how little emotion can tighten your back, and I have nothing against any other ideology or spiritual beliefs. I think that's where religion kind of just didn't get it. Religion doesn't emphasize diet and breathing into the body enough. And to me, I just think if you don't know how to breathe into your body, you can't deal with stress. I have watched a lot of my friends lately, especially during this time. I truly, truly see their true color. Because under these circumstances, their emotions, they just can't contain it. Because right now, to a lot of people, yeah, you can drink, smoke, and do whatever. But that inner peace can only find within. It's right there on top of your belly. That's where your inner peace is. On top of that little belly button that you barely pay attention to, that's where your inner peace is. That little belly that you do not look at, that's where your inner peace is. So there's a lot of things about the human body that generates energy. So to be talking about it on my feet and just running my mouth, it's absolutely like, what the biscuit is he talking about? And I can really say this. One can Google this and you will see all this. This is from years of running. years of meditating, years of reading and practicing it, studying the brain. Because, to study all these things, we think we have to go to a school and study, but you could actually, it's almost like your brain is so powerful. I laugh a lot because what people take serious, I just don't. As a matter of fact, I'm running a lot faster than yesterday. Yesterday I was dragging my feet. I had to run with my mind yesterday. Even though I went out and did another 26 yesterday, I was actually resting. Believe it or not. It sounds crazy, but yesterday was my day off, but I was still out running. Yesterday was my day off, but I still went out running. It's amazing because even though I was right there on my feet, I was just relaxed in my home body. In my physical body, I was so relaxed yesterday. And an evidence of it is 26 miles I did on Saturday. But Sunday, I just needed a rest. So even though I did another 26 yesterday, I was just resting. I really took my time. So today, this 30 miles just like is nothing. So I'm not just a runner. And that's why when people talk about yoga challenge or running challenge, I don't even try to participate because they always, no, this is not a challenge for me. This is just, it's a lifestyle. This is where everything makes sense. Like you have some people, they go to church, some people go to mosques, some people, everyone has his own thing. Some people drink, smoke. But for me, when I'm on my feet, it doesn't matter what that situation is, I blow it away. When I'm on my feet, I'm the wealthiest man on earth. I truly believe that my wealth is the breath of life. And that's why a lot of people don't know how to deal with me, because the way I carry myself, and it's almost like, oh, you don't drive a nice car, you don't drive a nice house, you barely dress, what is wrong with you? They look at it as if no, it's not an ego, it's just that I am truly, truly wealthy. I truly believe I'm rich. And people will argue with you, which I get, because so unprogram your mind to realize that you're truly, truly wealthy from within. It is extremely hard, especially if you're raised to not look at yourself that way. Because a lot of us is raised to believe that, to understand God means to have a nice job, a car, and all that. That's what you call blessing. That's what a lot of people call blessing. And I get that. I truly get that. Good morning, sir. Have a good day. So I truly get that. But when you begin to understand the true meaning of wealth, is this breath of life. Without this breath of life, nothing makes sense. I don't care what it is. If you do not understand the breath of life, this oxygen that you're breathing in now, is really amazing how we just breathe. All it takes is 2 seconds for you not to be able to breathe. And everything that you take serious is gone. That is just amazing. So it is time that we understand the breath of life. I don't care what you've been told. Oh, I own no right to this music that is playing. I'm playing Pandora, and I can't see what I'm playing at the same time. So, so I'm gonna keep running and say, the breath of life. The breath of life. If you do not understand the breath of life, this thing that makes you breathe. If you're not breathing, you're not thinking. The breath of life. So that's what I'm thinking of today. the breath of life. Yeah. I'm almost done. I think I'm hitting mile 10 right now. I got the last 3 miles for this easy 30-mile meditative jog this morning. You know, and I just love it when I'm on my feet. I love it. Yeah. It's like a yoga that I'm practicing, you know, because I use my breath to put me in a position to where when I'm breathing, I don't get really tired. I use less energy when I'm out here, even though I do all these miles. And everything is just I'm really comfortable. So I use less energy, and that's why I always emphasize so much about yoga and meditation. You know, let me go ahead
2 hours,
and focus.
minutes, 35
Yeah.
seconds. Distance,
So
10 miles.
I want to
Pace,
do this
17
in
minutes, 3
about
seconds per mile. Split
2
pace,
hours and
16 minutes,
30
42
minutes.
seconds
So
per mile.
I've been on this. I started about 2 hours ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish. That way I'll be done in 30 minutes. Because my alarm just informed me, or whatever, my GPS just informed me. So, so it's 2 hours. I think it's like 9 miles or so, 10 miles. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish this, and I'm gonna say, have a beautiful day. Let your love shine. Yeah. So as you can see, I just like to take my time out here while I'm looking at this bed. So I'm gonna say one love. Whew, I'm getting kind of cold. Kind of cold too. I'm gonna say one love and happy Monday. I share.